Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. We have some intriguing developments coming out of the NFL, specifically involving the Green Bay Packers, that could have serious ramifications for their future and for the NFC North as a whole. As the NFL trade deadline approaches, whispers are turning into solid reports, and one of the most talked about rumors involves a potential trade that might reshape the Packers' offensive landscape. The buzz is centered around the Tennessee Titans, a team that's clearly in a rebuild mode, holding a 1-5 record and trying to shed salary cap space while building for the future. And the name that's been thrown into the mix: Calvin Ridley, the 30-year-old wide receiver from Alabama, who's been making waves in the league since his return from injury, and is now being linked with a move to Green Bay. This potential trade, if it materializes, could be a game-changer. The Titans, looking to unload cap space and rebuild their roster, especially on the offensive line, are reportedly open to sending Ridley, along with W.R. Bo Melton, in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Now, this isn't just about adding another receiver. It's about injecting explosiveness into the Packers' offense, which has been somewhat inconsistent lately. But let's take a step back and analyze who Ridley really is, what he brings to the table, and why this move might make sense for Green Bay. Calvin Ridley, for those who might not be fully up to date, is a deep-field dynamo. His speed, route running, and ability to stretch defenses are what made him a Pro Bowler in 2023. In the 2025 season, he's caught 18 passes for 312 yards on 36 targets, averaging a solid 17. 3 yards per reception with 2 touchdowns. His PFF receiving grade is currently at 74.2, which is quite respectable, especially considering his role as a downfield threat. His deep routes are among the best in the league, with a 46.2% deep conversion rate, ranking him in the top 18 nationally. He's also known for his consistency and his ability to thrive in play-action schemes, which could be a perfect fit for Jordan Love's developing offense. Looking at his career stats, Ridley has accumulated 486 receptions for nearly 7, 0 yards and 47 touchdowns over 85 games. Notably, his 2024 stint with Jacksonville saw him rack up over 0 yards, showcasing his ability to produce at a high level when healthy. His shoulder injury in 2024 limited him to 15 starts, but when he's on the field, Ridley is a force. His deep catch conversion rate, elite drops per target, and yards after catch make him an ideal target for a team looking to take the top off defenses and create explosive plays. And with the Packers currently ranked 15th in yards per game, but only 24th in big plays of 20-plus yards, adding a player like Ridley could be the spark that ignites their vertical attack. Now, let's consider the Titans' perspective. They're sellers at this point in the season, trying to maximize their draft capital and clear cap space, about $12 million in cap relief, so they can rebuild the offensive line, which has been a weak point with a PFF pass-blocking grade of just 58. 4 and allowing 28 sacks so far. That's a significant number, and it's clear they're prioritizing protecting their young quarterback, Will Levis, who's still adjusting to the NFL. Although Levis has shown flashes, his passer rating of 79. 4 is middling, and the team's offense is averaging only 17, 8 points per game. The addition of Ridley could help, but given the Titans' overall struggles, it might be more about acquiring draft assets to build for the future. And speaking of the Packers' offense, this move could be a serious boost. Jordan Love, who's been steadily improving, has a quarterback rating of 92. 8, and with the addition of Ridley, his target share could see a significant uptick. The potential for Ridley to become Love's primary deep threat is very real. The numbers suggest that Ridley could push the Packers' yards per game closer to 248, up by 14 yards, and increase their passing efficiency significantly. His ability to hit 38% of deep shots with a 48% catch rate could elevate the Packers' big play numbers and help them convert more third downs, which have been a bit of a struggle this season, up 13%, now sitting at around 43. 2%. Moreover, the synergy between Ridley and Jaden Reed could be something special. Reed, who's been a solid contributor with his speed and ability to make plays, could form a dangerous duo with Ridley, potentially reaching 400 yards combined if their chemistry develops well. The addition of Ridley could also improve YAC, yards after catch, by a significant margin, with numbers jumping from Melton's modest 3.8 yards per reception to Ridley's 5.4, giving the Packers more after-the-catch opportunities and more red zone touchdowns, which have increased from 1.5 to 2.2 per game since the season started. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the impact on the field, the morale, and the division's power balance. The NFC North has been a competitive division, with teams like Detroit and Minnesota showing flashes of greatness. But the Packers' offense, despite some improvements, still needs that extra push to reach the Super Bowl level. Ridley's addition could be that missing piece, especially considering his ability to produce in high-leverage situations. His playoff velocity, averaging 8.1 targets per game and ranking in the top 15 for yards after catch in snow, makes him an ideal candidate for Lambeau Field's challenging weather conditions. His explosive rate versus blitz-heavy defenses in the NFC could be a real X-factor down the stretch. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture. The Packers are in a crucial phase of their team-building process. Jordan Love's development is central to that, and adding a player like Ridley not only boosts the offense, but also sends a message to the division and the league that Green Bay is serious about contending again. The historic success of this franchise and the iconic Lombardi Trophy still looms large in the minds of everyone connected to the team. If this trade happens, it could propel Green Bay from a decent playoff contender to a real Super Bowl threat, especially with the offensive improvements and the deeper threat Ridley brings to the table. Looking ahead, the expectations are sky-high. If Ridley joins the Packers, he's projected to reach around 100 yards, which would be a huge boost to their aerial attack. His presence could help Love become more confident in throwing deep, and the Packers' offense might finally start clicking at the level many fans hoped for at the start of the season. The division could see a major shake-up, with Green Bay positioning itself as a true contender again, especially if their defense can maintain its consistency and keep opponents in check. And the NFL world is watching closely because this kind of move, if it comes to fruition, would be a statement. It would tell everyone that the Packers are all in, aiming for another Super Bowl run and willing to make bold moves to get there. Plus, with the current odds jumping from plus 3,500 to plus 1,800 on FanDuel, it's clear that the betting markets see this as a real possibility. The addition of Ridley, with his playoff experience and ability to deliver in clutch moments, could be the catalyst that pushes Green Bay over the top, especially in tight playoff games where explosive plays can be the difference between victory and defeat. So, fans, what do you think about this potential trade? Are you excited about the idea of seeing Calvin Ridley in green and gold? Do you believe he can be that game-changing player that the Packers need to make a deep playoff run? Or do you think the price of a third-round pick is too steep for a player with some injury concerns and a somewhat inconsistent recent history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest Green Bay Packers news, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. The journey to another Lombardi Trophy is still very much alive, and with moves like this, the Packers could be on the verge of something special. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.